Time for another Coffee Talk with John. And this morning's Coffee Talk is brought to you by Jenny Brown, one of my favorite people. So this morning I hopped on to look at my comments after I woke up and got my coffee. And the first comment was Jenny Brown, one of the John of New favorites. And when her question is actually, it's a good one. It's actually one I get asked. I've been asked frequently. Her question was, so are faith and belief the same thing? Are faith and belief the same thing? I'm going to twist your noodle a little bit this morning. Faith, belief, and thought are the same thing. What you think, you become, you create your world. Belief is ardent understanding that something is true, right? It does not require evidence. It does not require anything. Faith is the exact same thing. They're just different words for the same thing. Where faith gets messed up is where the Christian belief has taken faith. They've taken the word faith and they've made it faith in Jesus. And that's not the true meaning of the word. And when you read the Bible with the skewed interpretation or the skewed definition of the word, it makes everything much more confusing. Yeah. Whatever you ask in God's name, you will receive if you have faith, right? Now, for the Christian, that means faith in Jesus. But that's not what he said. He did not say faith in Jesus. You know, the Bible is filled with words that are now skewed and interpreted to mean Jesus. And when you take that meaning out and you go back to what the words are saying, in the beginning is the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. It does not say, in the beginning is the Word, and the Word is Jesus. And Jesus was God. It does not say that. It says, in the beginning is the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Faith simply means belief, and true belief. Now, belief does not require empirical evidence. It does not require scientific proof. And so you can believe and you can have faith in something. And another interpretation of the word faith is literally believing something without seeing it, right? But you can put faith in the fact that it's a beautiful day. You can believe it's a beautiful day, right? Because now the interpretation of faith in that idea comes to the idea that faith is part of creation. Well, that is true. Faith is part of your creation. But it's your belief, your faith, your thought. You know, what you think you become. You create your world. You are the culmination of your thought. As a man thinketh, so is he. You know, what you think is what you believe, and what you believe is what you act upon. And all of that is a product of faith. And so the question that becomes is in the Bible, in the Quran, in the Bhagavad Gita, and all these writings out there, all of them, with the exception of the Christian Bible, take the word faith as faith. The Torah takes it as faith in God. So once again, it comes to be a kind of a removal. But when you look at the actual wording of faith and belief and thought, it's all the same stuff. It's all literally, the meaning is literally what you believe. What you believe. Now, you hear me on this channel, I talk a lot about what you are seeing in your world is what you're believing about your world. And that's why negative people see negative things. I say this all the time. But the idea of this is that the esoteric meanings that have been placed upon these words make the truth of the words much harder to understand, and they actually take you away from what they truly mean. Everything is much more simple. Everything is much more direct. In the beginning is the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Your words are a product of your faith, your belief. And those words go out into this pool of energy, and then your belief is shown in this pool of energy around you. This pool of energy is God. So in the beginning is your Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So it shows you that your beliefs are being created in your physical world. Now the Christians would say, in the beginning is the Word, and the Word is Jesus, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So basically they're saying that he is a deity. In the beginning was him, and he was part of God, and he is God, and he is our deity. And from this point on, every time we use the word faith, we're talking about the faith in our deity. It's a very archaic belief. A lot of the truths that people cling to so fervently is based in 2,000-year-old beliefs that are from a patriarchal society and from a time period where they had no other empirical evidence of anything. And so, these are time periods where they had no idea that the Earth was round. They had no idea that we were, our own planet. They had no idea of any of this stuff. But so when they looked at the sky and they saw stuff, that was enormity. That was God. That was so they were just there. It was their ancient interpretation of the world. So you can't really blame them. You can't really fault them. The sun god. You look at all these ancient beliefs about the gods, and even in Christianity, they said, did Yahweh replace? Was the many gods of Israel? Were the many gods of Israel replaced by Abraham to the one God? Because that's what it talks about in the Torah. So there was this big belief in many gods, and so then Abraham made it the one God, right? And then monotheism became a huge push throughout the entire culture. So even their faith changed a lot. That was their belief. But to sit here in the modern world and take faith in what they believed as your faith, when their belief was changing regularly, it was altering all the time, right? So what part of it do you put faith in? And then think about this. The modern evangelicals will have you put great faith in the rapture. Put faith in the rapture. Why do they want you to put faith in the rapture? So you're scared and that you're a good person, you're a good Christian. The rapture did not exist until 1830 when Minister Darby wrote it. So it's not in the Bible, it's not in any of those things, but they put faith in it. They put belief in it. And so they see a doom and gloom and they say, oh my God, I better do this. And then they start to judge people by saying that they're flat out. They're literally saying to them, you're not going to be one of the ones who are chosen. You're not going to be one who are picked up. So they use it as a tool to put more fear into other people. So the idea of this is that your faith, your belief, your thoughts are one thing. Make it simple, because the simplicity of it is what I was taught in my regression. It's so simple we have a hard time understanding it because our thoughts, our beliefs, and our faith are creating at all times. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Thank you, my friends, for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure that you've subscribed and you like it, you share it, but also comment below it. Let's get this community talking about these topics and spreading this information out far and wide so we can change the world for the better. Thank you.